gaming, ici Fait2 Black et bienvenue sur ma chaîne. Alors aujourd'hui nous sommes de retour pour assister donc au live concernant donc l'un des jeux les plus prometteurs de l'année prochaine qui s'appelle The Blood of the Dawnwalker. Donc c'est un jeu qui est développé par des ex-devs de CDR Projekt Red. Donc ce sont des ex-développeurs qui ont travaillé sur la saga du Witcher et éventuellement Cyberpunk 2077 avant de quitter CDR Projekt et de fonder eux-mêmes leur propre studio qui s'appelle Rebel Wolves. Ok, donc les loups rebelles. Donc là, ils vont nous présenter leur premier IP. Du moins, on aura pour la première fois du gameplay, une séquence dédiée au gameplay. Et apparemment, ils vont rentrer dans un peu plus de détails concernant la différence entre le gameplay le matin en tant qu'humain et le gameplay le soir en tant que vampire. Et je pense qu'ils vont aussi rentrer dans plus de détails concernant donc, le monde, le personnage principal, l'intrigue et tout ce qui s'ensuit. Mais normalement aujourd'hui on doit vraiment rester sur le gameplay. Donc apparemment ce sera une petite séquence de 19-20 minutes qui nous sera présentée. Donc j'ai hâte d'en savoir un petit peu plus. Donc c'est parti, let's go. Ok, c'est parti.
Hi everyone and welcome to the Blood of Dawnwalker gameplay reveal event. My name is Dominika, I'm the community lead here at Rebel Wolves and I am joined by a familiar face, a content creator, streamer, YouTuber and my co-host for today, Lionheart.
Thank you so much Dominika and hello everybody. You are joining us here live in the Rebel Wolves studio once again and this time on the first day of the astronomical summer. Yeah. Dominika, you guys really do think about these stream dates, don't you?
Yeah, I think it makes it a bit more fun, you know. We are going to talk about magic today, among other topics. And what's a better occasion than the summer solstice? This is supposed to be the day when our connection to magic is the strongest. And we have all these different rituals and celebrations connected to it and to the sun and light in general.
That's true. I suppose it fits the theme really well. It adds a little bit more to that mystery. And of course, we want to thank all of you for joining us live today, whether you're watching along in our own stream or with one of the wonderful content creators who decided to co-stream this event. Welcome in, everybody. But perhaps this is the first time that you have seen anything related to the Blood of Dawnwalker. So, Dominika, how about we catch them up?
On a déjà vu.
Of course. The Blood of Dawnwalker is the first chapter of a brand new role-playing saga created by us here at Rebel Wolves. And it's a dark fantasy, narrative-driven, epic adventure. You know, and it's full of twists and it's great.
It is going to be
C'est pas vraiment comment décrire.
If you didn't see the previous stream, perhaps you can check out the YouTube channel as well. The Dawnwalker YouTube channel has all of the information from the previous stream. You will be able to learn more about the world and also like the main concepts of the game as well. But that was last time. Dominika, we know why everybody's here today, right?
Yeah, we do. And we have a lot to show you and a lot to talk about. So why don't we just jump straight into it?
No. We have to tease them at least a little. Of course, we are going to show you some gameplay, but we've got to pull it back just a tiny bit. Let's give them an overview of what they can expect, right? Okay. So first, straight out of the gate, it is that gameplay.
Yes, you will see 19-20 minutes of gameplay in total. We are going to show you a fragment of a quest, but we will be focusing on the gameplay features and not on the story. Not to spoil anything for you. You will see two examples of how we can approach that one quest. First, from the day perspective, with Quen as a human, with his sword fighting skills and magic, of course, and then during the night with some vampiric abilities at his disposal.
Looks like you're going to
Ok.
get to see a little bit of
Donc
everything.
on aura ils vont nous expliquer comment on va devoir approcher nos quêtes du point de vue du matin ou du soir. En fait, c'est différent. Comment on fait nos quêtes en tant qu'humain ou en tant que vampire. En gros, il y aura une différence de gameplay et c'est ça qu'ils vont nous montrer.
You know, we'll be entering the beta stage of development soon, so we have a lot of polishing still to do.
Bon, elle dit qu'il y a encore plein d'optimisations à faire, mais c'est normal.
Animations, lighting, visuals in general, and optimization, of course.
Ouais. Of course, but I think it's really refreshing that we're going to get to see where the game really is right now, rather than where maybe it might be if we weren't using the engine.
Yeah.
I think it's really good and deserves some props for
Attends,
that.
ça veut dire quoi ça?
But of course, we are not just going to give you gameplay.
Oh là là, ils ont envoyé une petite pique à CDR Project, là, j'ai l'impression.
We have some very, very talented devs here at Rebel Wolves, and what we're going to do is we're going to get some insight from them. They're going to dive deeper into all of this content, all of the footage you're going to see. They're going to talk more about the magic system, traversal, and of course, the combat as well.
Ok, donc on aura de la magie.
There is more.
On pourra traverser le temps apparemment.
Without an extra special performance, right?
It will be super special. I cannot wait for you guys to see it.
Elle est trop mignonne, elle a l'air nerveuse.
It just keeps coming.
Yeah.
In the last couple of weeks, we've been hosting a Q&A over in the Discord for the Blood of Dawnwalker, and Dominica and I are going to do our very best to answer as many of those questions as we can throughout the course of the stream.
Yeah.
We will also have some people checking in on the live chats, so do get some questions there. You never know. They might just make it through to us.
Yeah. Okay, so without further ado, let's see some gameplay of the Blood of Dawnwalker. And for those of you wondering, yes, it will be available in 4K on YouTube right afterwards.
Oui, bah s'il vous plaît, parce que hein, Twitch, c'est pas top quoi. Allez, c'est parti. On veut voir ce gameplay. Actual gameplay footage. Ok, c'est du work in progress, ok. Et ça a été enregistré sur PC. C'est du travail en cours.
Hello, my name is Daniel Sadowski and I'm the design director at Rebel Wolves. I would like to welcome you to the Blood of Dawnwalker summer gameplay video.
Putain, ça ressemble au
Our
Witcher.
game is a story-driven, open-world dark fantasy RPG set in medieval Europe. The game is currently in pre-beta stage, and what we are going to show you is just a part of one of the mid-game quests. It's a really cool story involving legendary swords and a haunted almshouse, but today we'll focus on showcasing our gameplay systems.
Ok.
We're starting on the outskirts of Svartro, the game's largest city and the capital of Vale Sangora. From here, we could head anywhere the eye can see, explore ancient ruins or sabotage vampire blood transports. But
Okay.
it's not just about where or when you go. It's also about how you approach the main quest and shape the story, making each playthrough uniquely your own. For now, we're following the road. Cohen is on his way to the city's cathedral, chasing leads about a powerful weapon said to be hidden in its crypts.
Ok.
But first, we'll have to deal with some bandits who camped out by the main road. Traveling through Vale Sangora is never boring. The world is dense with quests, random encounters, and locations steep in lore. This will be a great opportunity to show you our combat system. Our goal was to make the player feel like a real swordmaster who closely observes his enemies. We'll begin this fight by using acrid dust to stun one of the enemies. Now, when you attack, you choose one of 4 directions: up, down, left or right, in order to hit the opponent where he's unable to parry.
Ok.
And similarly, when defending, you have to take note of the enemy's intent and the direction of the attack. On the left side of the screen, just above Cohen's health, you have activation charges that will be filled in with each successful attack, block and parry. Once they are full, you can use one of the active abilities which allow you to take a more tactical approach to fighting. We started the fight by throwing some acrid dust. And now let's cast Burning Blood. It's a hex which boils the enemy's blood and burns their skin, dealing physical damage over time.
Wouah!
Alright, time to finish this fight. Let's use the final activation charge to cast the artery attack.
Non mais...
Which actually decapitated the last
C'est
opponent.
l'équivalent
Our
du
hero quickly dispatched the bandits, so
Quen.
let's loot a few items they've left behind and open
Ok,
the
Burning
inventory.
Blood. J'adore. Le sang brûlant.
First of all, let's replenish our
Les
health
gars,
by
vous avez
eating
fait
something.
aucun effort pour
And then
l'interface. Hein.
take a closer look at this
C'est
cool-looking weapon
exactement
we
la
just
même
picked
chose.
up.
Hein. Je critique pas du tout hein, l'aspect
it has
visuel.
better stats
C'est juste la
than our
similarité
current
avec
weapons, so
Witcher.
let's equip it right now. We've also leveled
Bon,
up,
c'est familier
so
quoi.
let's
On
use
va
this
pas se sentir
opportunity to
perdu.
spend the newly acquired skill point in one of Cohen's skill trees.
Ok.
The skills in the Blood of Dawnwalker are divided into 3 trees. One for human, one for vampire, and one shared between the two. We also have an active abilities panel. We can use it to unlock additional abilities to use during combat. Note that during the day, the health bar is not regenerating. You need to find consumables like the one we've just eaten. The hexes we've just used also consume some of Cohen's health. Be aware of that. The way our magic system works, there's always a price to pay for manipulating reality. But we can make it sting a bit less. Let's level up the Frugal Witchcraft skill, so next time we'll cast a hex, it'll consume fewer of Cohen's health points. Now that we've wrapped up the encounter with the bandits, we can be on our way to get inside the city. Right now, Cohen hasn't done enough to ruffle the Vampire Lord's feathers, so the gods will just wave us through. But the more damage you cause, the more suspicious and aggressive they'll become. So when you play the game yourself, you'll have to decide whether you want to challenge the vampires openly, or lay low until you're ready to strike and surprise them.
Ok. Alors, on ne se régénère pas automatiquement le matin en tant qu'humain. Il va falloir manger comme un humain. Par contre, la nuit, la barre de vie se
This
régénère.
is the rich
toute seule.
district of the city, Silberkreis. There's also Altenmarkt, Neustadt, and the Middens. Each of the boroughs has its own feel and character.
Get your stinking ass out of here. I was just passing through, I swear. I got tired and sat down and started begging.
Looming high over the city is Brancis's castle, Greifberg. He took it over when he slaughtered the human ruler of the valley, Skender, as shown in the trailer we shared with you earlier in January this year. In order to complete the main quest and save your family, you'll have to storm the castle, alone or with help of friendly NPCs. We could do it right now if we wanted, but it would be super challenging.
No more drink for you, my friend. Go home.
Oh, let me. I just want to. Oh, let me in.
You made a mess, and it's not that kind of inn.
Let's check the map. The cathedral is really close. There's plenty of other places to see and things to do here. A couple of inns,
y
a
a des
medic, a
tavernes et
blacksmith,
tout.
an armorer, and other merchants.
Ben oui, l'armurier, le forgeron.
You can see that not only the vampires came out of the shadows. This creature on the right is called an Uriash. Look around, especially at night, and you'll learn humans have lots to fear, not just the vampires.
Ok, donc on est dans un monde similaire avec des monstres. En plus des vampires et des humains. Très
And
bien.
here we can see guards pounding on some poor guy's doors.
Du moins d'autres races, quoi.
Singing songs that mocked him and the faith. Who told you this nonsense? Was it Livia?
It's just one of many different community scenes we're implementing in the game. Watch them closely when you play, as they might point you to new quests and hidden treasures, or signal changes in the game's world.
Once again, I humbly beg of thee.
Pas mal jusqu'à maintenant. Moi j'adore. Hein. Moi j'adore.
Ouch!
I don't want to say it, Mum.
It's a prayer. It's what we have to say. Go on.
I humbly beg of thee, protect
Oh God! Now I set
Okay, we are at the cathedral gates. Again, since Cohen isn't yet wanted by the vampire regime and it's daytime, we can simply walk inside.
Ok, cutscene.
The baptism of a newborn is a solemn moment, doubly so. A new life joins our flock, bringing happiness to its parents and to the congregation. Natus ex sanguine est, alitur sanguine, et in sanguine morietur. Ego te baptizo in nomine Dei. Amen. Don't I know you from somewhere, young man? Laisser, maybe.
Oh, j'adore les cutscenes déjà, c'est trop
I'm
bien.
sorry, but you must be mistaken.
Oh,
Am I?
j'adore.
Perhaps.
Ah,
My
les dialogues
memory
trop
isn't
bien.
what it used to be. Come with me. I'll take your confession.
Ah, mais c'est pareil.
Thank you, but I have no need for confession.
Ah, so you deem your conscience clear?
I wouldn't go that far. But I'm sure you're a busy man, Father. So while I appreciate the offer, I feel that my soul shouldn't be your priority.
I won't press the matter. You are quite correct. I have many other duties to attend to. But please remember that in order to be saved, we all need to repent. Myself included. I hope we can speak again soon. Good day to you, Cohen.
Waouh, c'est parfait. C'est bien. C'est bien. Franchement,
What
les
we
gars.
saw right here was just one of many cutscenes we recorded for the game, which smoothly transitioned into a dialogue scene. We use cutscenes to highlight key scenes or showcase interesting bits of lore. Like this blood baptism. Creepy, isn't it? The core feature of the Blood of Dawnwalker is the dual gameplay loop. Remember, Cohen may be a human during the day, but he turns into a vampire at night and has a different set of skills at his disposal. And this is just one variable that affects our quests. Depending on when you tackle a particular quest, what choices you've made earlier, whom you befriended, or whom you've angered, your gameplay and story experience will be very, very different. So each quest is a complex structure with multiple possible paths leading to the end goal. We maximize players' freedom and agency, offering you a narrative sandbox to play in. I wonder what secrets may be concealed up there, just beyond Cohen's reach. And how do we get there? It's impossible to do during the day, but come night, it's an entirely different story. Let us explain what we mean by taking our current quest as an example. During the day, we got inside the cathedral without any problems, since it's open for all to see and Cohen doesn't yet stand out from the crowd. The scaffolds, though, are outside of his reach. But climbing them won't be a problem for the vampire, who has many more exploration abilities at his disposal.
Ok.
Bear in mind, Cohen has not completed the quest yet. What's more, there are still a few clues to be found in order to solve this story.
Ah, les deux
It's
lignes,
worth
j'adore.
mentioning that narrative sandbox also means that we may completely abandon this quest and follow a different path to defeat Brensis. For today, we're focusing on the gameplay part, so let's see how we could tackle this particular quest during the night. We're starting right after dusk as a vampire on the rooftops of Svartrau. Right now, we have 22 days left to complete this goal. This counter is always displayed and you will be warned each time it's pushed forward. So you have to be aware of the time, and it's more of a resource you will be spending than a racing clock. As a vampire, you'll see and experience the world from a different perspective. You can travel quickly and easily access places beyond the reach of regular humans. Let us show you what we mean. This is Shadow Step, a unique vampiric ability allowing Cohen to jump to almost any place within his reach.
Okay.
Now, let's take a good look around using the focus mode.
Il a des Witcher senses aussi.
This ability highlights objects of interest and loot.
Il a des sens
And
de
there's something
sorceleur,
right
les
here.
gars. Vous êtes pas sérieux?
This time, it's just some items to
Il y a le
grab,
loot
but
aussi,
on
le
other
looting.
occasions, who knows, you might come across a hidden quest. Looks like our health is quite low. This is because, as a vampire, your health bar also represents your hunger level, and you start each night thirsting for blood. Remember, you have to quench this appetite in order to make full use of your vampire abilities, and rein in your monstrous nature around NPCs. Otherwise, you may end up draining someone important, which may lead to unpredictable consequences. We'd better feed then. Maybe on someone who is standing all alone. Like this drunkard.
Oh mais non, il est bourré, tu vas pas le tuer quand même.
Let's grab him
Le
and
pauvre.
use Voracious Bite ability.
No.
Unless you lose control due to hunger, you get to decide how much blood to drink. You can drain just a bit and knock your victim unconscious, or go all the way and kill them.
Oh my
And
God.
if you're adamant you don't want to hurt innocent humans, you can drink from animals and some other creatures.
Ok. Oh les pauvres.
Finally, we are at the cathedral, but it seems to be closed for the night, and the entrance gate is well guarded. Let's find another way in.
Mais on dirait qu'on est à Novigrad là.
Shadow Step is not the only vampiric ability you're gonna learn during your playthrough. Cohen can also use plane shift to scale walls and even ceilings smoothly.
Wow, mais c'est trop bien.
This will allow us to explore every nook and cranny of the cathedral.
Mais j'achète ce jeu Day One, hein. Alors là, ah, je l'achète Day One là. Putain, mais l'année prochaine, entre GTA 6, Resident Evil et ça, mais c'est pas possible.
Better be quiet.
Ce jeu, je l'achète Day One.
Warrior is Xanthe. What the hell is she doing here? What is she doing? Is that a ritual for the blood gods? They're covering up the old paintings. Why? One of the workers must have left it. Seems that the cathedral complex is quite big. The main building, cloisters, inner courtyard. The entrance to the crypt could be anywhere. Won't get anything done just standing around. Still.
This was a scene investigation, a mechanic we used
mais
to zoom in
il
on
fait comme
and
Gérald.
showcase key clues. This time we had a chance to learn more about
Les
the
gars, je suis
vampire's
obligé, on est
plans.
obligé de comparer
Looks
là,
like
c'est pas
they're keen
possible.
to cover up the old frescoes, so that's something we could
C'est
take a
un
look at.
sorceleur vampire.
This way we could learn more about
moi,
the cathedral's
j'adore.
past.
J'adore, j'adore. Putain. Est-ce qu'on peut avoir la date de sortie, s'il vous plaît?
Looks like we aren't alone here. Underneath us, there's a group of blood guards. Soldiers hooked up on vampire blood, which makes them stronger. And one of Brances's vampire allies. It's Xanthe, the oldest vampire in Vale Sangora, and quite a powerful lady. Let's descend and check what's going on.
Non mais c'est le fils de Gérald en fait.
Don't think I don't see you skulking in the shadows. Come out. You're interfering with my task. Who are you?
It doesn't matter.
Very well. I don't have time for interruptions. Let us dispose of him. Quickly. You've withstood it. Fascinating.
Cohen is using his claws to attack when in vampire form. Blood guards are dual-wielding opponents. Their attacks are pretty strong. Of course, even when fighting with claws, combat is still directional.
Ok,
Don't
le mec
worry,
c'est Detlef.
Cohen can still use his sword as
C'est
a
Detlef.
vampire.
You haven't lived long.
Only after defeating all three of the blood guards, Xanthi deems Cohen worthy of a challenge, and she descends to face him. She uses her blood control powers to cast a multitude of attacks, like her blood whips that hit Cohen from left and right. Xanthi is protected by a powerful vampire ability. Once her stamina runs out, Cohen will have an opportunity to strike and deal some damage. But be careful, cause Xanthi is quick to counterattack and she will also try to restore her blood. Meanwhile, look at the indicator just below her health and stamina. It's a timer for the boiling blood skill that you've seen in the CGI trailer. So, if we don't hurry, the timer goes down to 0 and Cohen will eventually explode. And we're dead. Remember, we were only mid-game here, and Xanthi is one of the game's most punishing enemies. Defeating her right here and right now is very much possible, but it would be hellishly difficult. A fun challenge for hardcore players.
Ah, il y a des niveaux de difficulté du
And we
Quoi, c'est
are
tout?
back,
Mais
and I hope you
non!
enjoyed that as much as I
Les
did.
gars, vous êtes pas
Now, I've
sérieux!
been lucky enough to see this footage quite a few times now,
C'est
and
pas assez
I feel like I get
long!
excited over something different
Mais
every
c'est
single
génial,
time
ah,
I
moi
see it.
j'adore.
And you're going to probably watch it again after the stream, aren't you?
Okay, you know me too well.
Okay, so what's your favorite part so far?
So far, I think the day and night cycle, the fact that
Bon
the
les
same
gars,
quest
honnêtement, là vous
can
avez perdu
feel
tout.
so
Vous avez dû perdre la
different
moitié de
when
vos
fighting things in
spectateurs
the
là,
day.
honnêtement.
I
Non,
could
il y a
be
encore
walking into
14 000
cathedral.
personnes en ligne.
No
hein.
problem, I meet
Showcasing the game publicly at events this year. We will be attending a couple of them, starting with Gamescom. So
Yay!
stay tuned for more info on that. And we
Ok,
might have
super.
another thing or two to share before that next live stream, but I'll keep some surprises.
Oh là là,
Okay,
le
we
teasing.
started with a tease, and how else could we end but with a tease as well? However, that is everything from us today. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay safe, and we will see you soon.
Thank you and bye.
Thank you. Bye. That was amazing, by the way. Thank you. Bon. Alors, écoutons un peu la musique là. Du coup, là, j'ai stoppé la musique. Parce que, voilà, encore une fois, vraiment, le seul point négatif que j'ai à dire pour le moment, c'est que l'ambiance musicale, en fait, très similaire au Witcher, mais justement, c'est peut-être ça qui me pose problème. Putain, tous les gens du chat se cassent. En fait, c'est ça qui me pose problème, c'est que pour le moment, c'est sûrement le même groupe qui a été utilisé. Hein, donc je pense que c'est Percival Schuttenbach, mais peut-être que je me trompe. Mais pour le moment, je suis pas du tout impressionnée par la bande son. Voilà, c'est vraiment le seul point. Et c'est même pas négatif parce que ça reste très bien aussi. C'est juste le point à souligner, on va dire. Voilà, je vais pas le mettre dans les points négatifs parce que c'est pas du tout négatif. C'est très positif, mais c'est juste que pour moi, on reste dans le moyen. Voilà, pour moi, c'est moyen en termes de bande son. Après, c'est vrai que là, pour le moment, je n'ai entendu que ça. Mais en plus des autres musiques qui ont été jouées et tout, à la première présentation, aussi dans le premier trailer du Xbox Showcase, j'ai pas encore été charmée par la musique, alors que je ne demande que ça en fait. Là j'attends, mais peut-être que ça sera mieux quand on va jouer et qu'il y aura les musiques de boss fight, quand on va se promener et tout dans le monde. Peut-être que ce sera mieux. Je pense qu'ils vont nous étonner, mais en fait là c'est dommage quoi. Moi je trouve qu'ils auraient dû nous sortir les vrais bangers là, en termes de musique là. Voilà, c'est ça le petit bémol que j'attends mieux de la bande son, hein. Voilà. Donc dans l'ensemble au niveau du combat, bah, écoute, ça a l'air très intéressant. Donc là on est un peu plus rentré dans le cœur du sujet, on a bien différencié le combat en tant qu'humain le matin et le combat en tant que vampire la nuit. Pour le moment, et c'est mon ressenti, je suis plus fan du côté humain. Voilà, avec ce que j'ai vu, je trouve que le combat, les sword fights à l'épée sont plus intéressants que le combat en tant que vampire. Voilà, c'est mon ressenti. Je pense que de toute façon, ils sont encore en train de peaufiner tout ça. Mais voilà, mon premier ressenti, c'est que je suis plus entraînée par... en termes de combat, je préfère les sword fights, parce que voilà, ça a l'air d'être cool. Non pas qu'on puisse peut-être pas utiliser le sang bouillant ou brûlant, je sais plus, la nuit en tant que vampire, mais je trouve que c'est plus cool avec ton épée et tout, enfin bon bref. Ensuite, pour se déplacer, donc ouais, c'est plutôt sympa hein, le fait de pouvoir faire un peu de parcours sur les buildings, en gros sur les immeubles, sur les bâtiments. Ça a l'air sympa. Donc c'est quoi, on peut donc se déplacer de bâtiment en bâtiment en tant que fumée. On peut descendre aussi rapidement et on peut monter rapidement les bâtiments. Donc ouais, ça a l'air sympa. Surtout s'il y a des parties où on doit faire un peu d'infiltration et tout ça, je pense que ça va être cool. Bon voilà, quand l'attaque où en gros il a tué la personne pour boire son sang, c'est bien. Voilà, je vais pas le laisser mourir de faim, mais bon. Voilà, pour le moment, je préfère le gameplay en tant qu'humain. Mais, forcément, la partie où on est vampire fait partie, en gros, de l'histoire du jeu. Hein, et aussi, donc, du gameplay. Donc, forcément, voilà, mais... Je parle juste de mon coup de cœur pour le moment. Mais en tout cas, ça me chauffe bien. Moi, j'aime bien. Je trouve que c'est... Ils ont dit que ça fait 3 ans, en gros, qu'ils développent le jeu. Et je trouve qu'en 3 ans, ils ont vraiment fait du bon travail. Il faut juste fluidifier un petit peu les animations. Notamment au niveau du combat. Et au niveau de l'esquive. Et aussi peut-être le système de combat pour pouvoir gérer plusieurs ennemis en même temps et parer sans pour autant être coincé dans l'animation, tu vois ce que je veux dire. En gros, pour pas être stun-locké, hein, voilà. Pour moi, ouais. Alors, il y a aussi donc un arbre des capacités, on va dire. Je saurais pas comment le traduire en français, j'ai oublié. The ability trees. Enfin bref. En gros, les compétences, très similaires aux sorceleurs. Donc, c'est ce que je disais un peu plus tôt, c'est que en gros, on ne sera pas perdu. Ça reste quand même dans la même lignée que Witcher. Donc, voilà. Ils ont parlé de witchcraft tout à l'heure, donc en gros de la magie ou de la nécromancie. Je ne sais pas exactement ce que c'est dedans. C'est pareil, quoi. C'est le même principe que Igni, Quen, Hard, Irden, c'est la même chose, quoi. C'est la même chose. Il faut manger pour récupérer de la vie le matin. La nuit, en tant que vampire, tu peux récupérer de la vie automatiquement. En gros, tu peux te régénérer. Donc voilà, après, il y a des boss fights. Il y a du free roaming dès le début. C'est-à-dire que la map sera disponible dès le début. Hein, on pourra vraiment se promener partout, d'après ce qu'ils ont dit. Et puis après, il y a tout le tintouin de base, quoi. Je pense qu'il y a des tavernes pour, en gros, pour se nourrir. Il y a des tavernes, des armuriers. Je pense qu'il y aura des forgerons. On pourra changer de vêtements. Le truc qu'ils n'ont pas expliqué, c'est est-ce qu'on pourra changer la coiffure ou est-ce qu'il faudra se raser et tout, comme Gérald. Ils ont validé la romance aussi, pour les gens que ça intéresse. Et puis, bon, la gestion des quêtes et tout ça. Et puis, ce qui est le plus important, c'est que, en gros, à chaque fois que tu avances dans la timeline, tu auras une indication, en gros, sur l'interface qui te dit, attention, si tu fais ça, tu vas avancer de tel jour ou de telle nuit. Et après, il te restera exactement 22 jours, et ainsi de suite. Tu vois. En gros, ce sera indiqué dans l'interface en haut, sur la droite. Donc, ouais, hein, je pense que pour moi, c'est très prometteur. Je suis très contente. Je trouve que c'est osé, il y a beaucoup d'ambition, mais c'est quand même bien exécuté. Hein. Tu sens que les mecs, ils ont quand même de la bouteille et que c'est pas des débutants. C'est pas du mind's eye. Voilà. Il n'est pas impossible qu'il y ait des bugs et des trucs comme ça au lancement du jeu. Ce qui est normal, c'est le premier. Voilà. Mais justement, ils essayent de bien faire les choses et ça se voit. Donc là, bien sûr, tu es beaucoup plus enclin à pardonner les petits bémols comme ça, tu vois, plus facilement. Plutôt que les gens qui font la promotion de leur jeu juste en étant ultra arrogants et juste en mettant en avant leur soi-disant parcours chez Rockstar. Bon, c'est bon, j'arrête. Mais écoutez, n'hésitez pas à me dire ce que vous pensez du gameplay, du jeu, de l'ambiance musicale, du personnage. D'ailleurs, j'ai pas parlé du personnage, donc Cohen, écoutez, on sait pas grand-chose pour le moment, à part que sa petite sœur est devenue un vampire, qu'elle a été transformée par le roi des vampires, là, le mec chauve, là. Et je pense qu'en gros, il a 30 jours et 30 nuits pour sauver sa famille, quoi. Voilà. Il a l'air d'être assez calme, assez simple comme personnage, donc on verra. On verra ce que ça donne. Mais écoutez, n'hésitez pas à me dire ce que vous pensez. Merci à tous d'avoir regardé cette vidéo. N'oubliez pas donc de laisser un commentaire, le petit pouce like pour soutenir la chaîne. Et si vous appréciez mon contenu, n'oubliez pas de vous abonner à la chaîne et d'enclencher la petite cloche pour recevoir la notification à chaque fois que je sors une nouvelle vidéo. Et moi, je vous dis à la prochaine. Bye bye. Bye.
This is that one more. This never happened. Yeah, this is that one. What's more?
Cryptic.